Right, we're gonna hop straight into it. I am gonna buff the audio for the game just a little bit. I've listened back a little bit, and you can't hear the funky jazzy music, so I've amped that just a little bit. If it becomes a problem, then be sure to let me know. Snag on. I think I've cut my fingernails too short, man. This is your nameless. It's first thing in the fucking morning, guy. Hope you're good. Like, genuinely first. Right, let's fucking do this. Because I want to get as much done as possible. Again, all I've done is think about this game. See where we left off. They're still doing updates to this game, by the way, which is wild to me. 2017, and they're still updating. Like, today, there was an update, just like for bug fixes and shit. Going on, Shadow. Right, see where we're at with evidence. Also, we've been taking some notes. Self-portrait, that's the book I want. Caroline Morden. She's got a sister called Gwendolyn and a cousin called Bonnie. Caroline, Caroline, Caroline. She over here. There's Caroline. So this is her sister, Gwendolyn Morden. We don't know what Gwendolyn does. We also don't know who... Dude, I've literally got up, had a shower, made myself a shake, and gone, I'm playing some shit. Today, though, my fridge comes for the workshop. So that's fun. Right. Did we get any new evidence? We were working on this last time, right? Working on these guys. But we've got them locked in and correct. So where were they? Here. They're like bottom of the tree. It's definitely landing. She is... Oh, this isn't correct. This list is done with. You're still in bed. Lazy. Right, so this is the free spirits, right? The free, so we've got 5-piece. Next generation, free spirits are here. We need to know Clark Rafferty's situation. Clark is in this photo somewhere. I think this might be Clark. Seems fine. Right, we were reading this because we were getting more information from this. So let's go back through. We also found out that Sam is not a boy, it was a girl. And she was Elias Jr.'s first daughter with Patty. We need to know what the fuck she does. She had black hair and green eyes. And everyone was sort of curious, why are we treating her any different than we do any of the other peasants? And that was why. Right, so we're skimming the page of the diary. You glean from the information that Lauren is the granddaughter. Her mother's family was called the Fossils, but she hardly ever mentions them. Her father, who she always refers to as Pop, was the head lawyer for the Roottrees and the Grants Trust, which gives the kids money. It's clear from the context that the Roottrees have internal shorthand names for different generations, which we got, yeah. The Hair Son is one of the free spirits, so this is the third level down. We don't actually have a name for this latest generation. So where do we start? So there's 3 things to take from the last 2 pages and 2 to take from this. 2 links that we need to make. I wish I'd been a fly on the wall. Clancy told me this is about the changing of hands of the presidency once the granddad died. So it fell to Zach, right? Yeah, it fell to Zach, even though the surname doesn't match the candy. So Zach is here, and he was Morden. Oh, didn't we search Zachariah Morden? Is it Morden? It is. So there's nothing for Zach. Yeah, we searched all that shit. I don't know where where to go with the information, man. I only want shit viewers. I'm sorry. If I wanted the best viewers, I'd go over to the website, Steamboot. But no, that's not the sort of viewers that I want. I want only the shittiest viewers, please. Thank you. Maybe they wanted to go to only a member of the family who looks. Oh, right. So that's how we knew he was a chunky boy. So Sam, why Sam? I have many distant relatives I've never met. After all, Granny had sisters and Grandad had brothers. Trim the branches from the family tree. Yeah, the absolute shittest. So why is Sam special? Nothing adds up. And I'm the only one to realise. Angie summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwyn's in Paris, but the rest of us, including the Miracle Boys, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognise Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. At the reception, when I asked who Sam was, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside farmhands, EC and John. So, is she a farmhand? Farmer? Maybe? We're not gonna know. Did we ever search for Samantha Roottrees? She wouldn't be Samantha Roottrees, right? She would have been Samantha Christensen. Is it S-E-N or S-O-N? S-E-N. Okay. There was also... See? The shittest viewers.
Cheer 1, 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 cheer 1.
What? Why is it just done that TTS? Is that what you triggered? I've never heard that before. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother. So we've got that already. I think. Elias M. Isn't it Eli C? Yeah, Elias C. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother, even chimed in. Apparently, when he was riding his mini bike along the farm a few weeks ago, Sam gave him some old tools and taught him how to make the bike's engine faster. None of us think that proper for a multitude of reasons, because it was because she's a female. But Eli certainly seems thrilled. At the end of the day, nothing explains why an outsider has cozied into family affairs, especially one who works on the farm of all places. Whatever happened to blood is thicker than syrup? Why is Grandpa making exceptions now? Clark's getting married, and in my opinion, far too young. So this is when he got married to his first wife, who he then divorced. Openly confronted them, but openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob and I got married at 16. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all sorts of nonsense. So can we just say that he's a singer? Because we know he's a singer. Musician, yeah. I think that's right. But all of these aspire to be, though. Wait, just...
Cheer one, cheer one, cheer one.
Thank you, Shadow, for the bits. If he's President 4th, and this is President 5th, that means that this is... what was his name? Ernie? Ernie Marsden Jr., which would make this Ernie Marsden. Madsen. But that doesn't make any sense, because he'd be Roottrees. So this is clearly wrong. Unless... no, she had all brothers, right? She had all brothers. So Annie could be over here. Well, I appreciate it, dude. Maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seemed to pursue paths of knowledge. Oh, and the most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived south of Pennsylvania. Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over the department once he retires. I thought you were getting out of bed. You do you, man. Edward took over as lawyer. Oh wait, then this is Edward, right? Edward Roottrees. And he's the lawyer. Now we need to find Edward. In the pictures. So Edward would be in this photograph. Edward is either this guy or this guy. Which we might be able to do with age, right? Edward's the youngest. So this guy. I'm the best, you know. I am the fucking best. There we go. Okay. Doesn't she say something about... She said something about this picture. Somebody looks like Dad. Eli. Eli looks like Dad, right? Check this. Eli looks a little like this, which means that's Eli. And the other guy is Clancy. Have I took that guy's picture? Hello? I have not. There we go. And this is Clancy. Paths of knowledge. Also need to know who the hell he married, to be fair. So who else hasn't been placed? So we need a occupation for these two, and an occupation for the Gwendolyn over here, and then that's fucking done, man. This is done. These are both locked in. Who is this? Okay, Chris Rafferty. Let's find Chris Rafferty. This is Chris Rafferty. His cousins are here. Double up there. Wasn't one of them an only child? Need to have a look at this. Okay, these two are self-portrait. This is Chris. Is he just an artist? He's an artist, right? Oh, clearly not. So you need to put the most recent. This is Jane, by the way. You need to put the most recent occupation. It's going to be a pain in the ass. So these pictures are. This is Chris's fiancée Lulu. It looks to me like they possibly never got married. That's when they're young. Oh, maybe. Luisa Garcia is this lady right here. Ah, it's a lovely picture, to be fair. So this is Chris Rafferty's cousin. We already worked out who this was, but I can't remember. We've reassembled this one. There was something about the scrambled pictures. Where's the scrambled pictures? There we go. This is Chris Rafferty's cousin's art project. Davy is the swimmer. Bethany's yearbook picture. That's Davy's younger sister. And Stephanie, who is an only child cousin. So Stephanie could be one of these two. Oh, wait. Huh? Which one was Stephanie? Where's Stephanie? Are you Stephanie? Wait. The yearbook photo. This is a yearbook photo, right? So Davy and Bethany, they're brother and sister. Cousin Stephanie, but this is Stephanie. Is this the same person? It's not, right? But they also have black hair and green eyes, so could be from this line. Oh, that's gonna bother me. Oh, this is going to annoy me now. Who have we got? Oh, so somebody passed on the glasses to the kids, if I remember correctly. This the revisited. Yeah, I know. So as I used to invent with Chief when we were walking in the woods after school, I think he was proud. Clark is carrying on his name. Rafferty, yeah. Oh! Does it mean in terms of his job? Maybe? Zach's not a bad president after all, and his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Sweet. That's good. She's a housewife. Beautiful. Little tiny bits of information, man. Gwyn is Gwyn, but at least she came out of the divorce with her head held high. She even told us she might come home next year so we can meet her kids. The free spirits in any other family, they'd all end up on the streets, even Clark. So they're all sort of not doing anything, right? Maybe I'm just getting old. We've done that. Clark, like the rest of the generation, is a free spirit. The only one who has any discipline is Carl. Carl took over as the president. That's because Pop forced Clancy to send him to the academy. It's getting rough, you know. It's getting real rough. EC. That's Eli C. Right? And Eli C is this cat. Is he a farmer? He can't be a farmer, surely. James. We won't be able to get the picture of James. From not this. That's the 5-piece. Also, we don't know who the hell this is in the background. Wrong one again. Oh my god, I'm a fool. What? What am I missing? No, that was the right one, right? Yes. Okay. So it's this photo that we need to place somebody. Would it be the free spirits that I need? Look, yes. Oh my! I'm a fool, man. Free spirits, right? We got Clark in the middle. Can't remember what someone said about glasses though. Good morning, Cheech. Somebody passed the glasses on and it skipped a generation. And I can't remember where that was. Big thick glasses had skipped a generation. It was from the mother. So I think it was these two. I can't remember what piece of information it was from though. Oh wait. We've got Eli there, right? At this level. Huh? Yeah, the addiction is it's fucking real, Cheech. It's really real. I'm trying to find the piece of evidence that said something about glasses. I'm pretty sure, was it about the wedding? Is this the update, or is this is the update? God damn it! Looking at the wrong thing. Okay, I was reading the old one, not the new one. Okay. Clearly, I did not know the true family history when I wrote this. I didn't even know Sam was a Roottrees. All my doubts were ill-founded. She's a fine woman. Had she the chance to grow up with us, Sam might have been the sister figure to the sister figure. Gwen never was. We've got. Huh? He only has brothers, right? Lauren only has brothers. Oh, the sister figure that Gwen never was. Okay. Annie and the kids are lucky to have her. Right? So... beautiful. Annie Madsen, right? His her husband. Then we have Madsen's going down. Annie Jr. is one of these two. Annie and the kids are lucky to have her, and their children seem eager to help the family in their ways. Annie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. It's been a long time since any real Roottrees was as excited and interested in the actual candy as Annie. As a bonus, Gwyneth has a green thumb, the green thumb of her mother and her adoptive grandfather. So this is... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do Annie Jr. here. And we're going to do Gwyneth Madsen here. Just for now. Just so we remember the names. What I'm most ashamed of is not figuring it out. Figuring it all out myself. Oh my god, I can't speak. Sam's the spitting image of Patsy with her jet black hair and green eyes. Right? So that's how we got that. She doesn't have thick glasses. Patsy did, of course, but I guess that skips a generation. Her children have that covered. It's hard to explain. So these are the Madsens. These are the Madsen children. So if we... Mr. Madsen... Lady Madsen, 1 second. There we go. Because it might be the other way around. Annie Jr. is just going to be the eldest son of Annie. What have you been up to anyway, Cheech? I hope you're well. Relax. It's hard to explain the look on Pop's face when they read that the farm's operation would pass to Samantha Roottrees. As long as she was willing, I got flashbacks to when Zach was made president. Mother reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money, after all, and was essentially inheriting the right to rule over the peasants for eternity. Pop warned us away from that farm for years. I never met EC in person. EC, man. Pops once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor, and I suspect that's why he kept us from there. Blind as fuck. Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. So he grew up with friends. I'm not so Sam will ever forgive Uncle Junior or Patsy for abandoning her to that life. If I were here, I might never forgive them either. Even so, we don't have any Millers, right? I wonder if she was raised as Miller then. No. Okay. Back to the sleuthing we go. If I were here, I might never forgive them either. But even so. Yeah. Go, listen, Cheech, you're blind. Just go. It's fine. Here's a cane. But even so, she seems to blame more than just the two of them. She has no problem with those next gens, but she has a palpable hatred for the five-piece and Elias and Gwyneth. So she hates everyone above her. Everybody. Ernie Madsen. Wasn't he Ernie Jr., right? Ernie Jr., Madsen, or Madsen Jr. See. Can we find some? Former president of Roottrees Candy Company. He seems to be to directly precede Carl Roottrees. Ernie Jr. So he would be president 4. But he might also be here. So that's something we need to bear in mind. He was Carl's mentor. He's now passed away. Cool. Who was the other one? Okay, we'll hopefully get some more information soon. Every time we get 3 additional blood relatives in the family tree completed correctly, they will be locked in. All non-blood relatives and small portraits are optional, but placing them in the tree helps remove extra names and photos. Yes, it does. Didn't we have another picture of Caroline? She will be in the Free Spirits picture, right? Is the Free Spirits picture? So possibly this lady and possibly this lady. She looks a little young. I'll lean more towards this. Let's see what we got. Every 20 or so years, the Roottrees would hold a big reunion and recreate the old family photo. This one is from the 70s and Carl's the teenager in the middle. Sorry about the water damage. The pipe burst in Carl's office. On the back of the photo, in childish print, it says November. Are we considering date of births then? Next president, Guy Hudson. Who looks Guy Hudson? Hudson or Hudson? Obviously Son. Why would it be Sen? Here we go. This is a name we haven't searched before. Fancy Flavors was an addition to the 5-piece product line for less than a year in 1979. Quickly give that a Spardy search. I think it brings up the same thing. Yeah. In 1979, it was Guy Hudson's first and historically most cited move as president of Roottrees. In an attempt to cater more towards what he thought the average person wanted, Guy looked at his own wealth, which was often a source of envy for others, and decided to tap into the idea that if they added fancy flavors to 5 pieces, anyone could live like the wealthy. This philosophy... Oh, fuck me. That was going to trip me up all day, wasn't it? It was always going to trip me up. This philosophy led to a flavor in 5-piece that was meant to mimic caviar. Ugh. 5 pieces sold less that year than it had ever. I'm sorry. 5 pieces sold less that year than it had any other year, except in some foreign markets. It was very quickly announced that caviar was meant to be a limited flavor and would go back to normal as soon as possible. Let's just go 5-piece, right? We can't get anything else. So Guy Hudson was the president of the Roottrees Candy Company in 1979. So, is he the 3rd president? So have we got all the presidents now? First, who was 2nd? Zach was 2nd. And then we need to find the Hudsons, man. So are the Hudsons going to be here? You think? Hudsons aren't going to be here because these are going to be Mordens, right? Madsons, Rafferty's, Roottrees. This guy's going to be Roottrees. These are going to be Forsyths. And these are going to be Roottrees. So the only thing that makes any sense is the Hudson. Beautiful. Christopher Hudson. One of these is Bonnie. Bonnie Hudson. No. And was it Christopher? Was it Christopher? It was. Okay. So we got nothing else. In this picture are the Hudsons. So this is Miracle and this is Eli. Why haven't we took this picture? This is this Miracle. Oh, so does that mean that? Yeah, that's Elias. This is Elias. Is he a mechanic? Elias looks like a mechanic. This guy's job is incorrect. We don't know what these two do for jobs. Cool. Which means one of these is going to be, this is going to be Bonnie and Guy, right? What? This is Bonnie and Guy. If this is Guy, he is the third president of the Roottrees company. And it's one of those people. Why does it just say fancy flavors? It's like caviar. No. So the farm was taken over by... Oh shit, no, we've already got it. We've already got it. Relax. I think EC is Elias here. But I could be mistaken. So this is going to be the two people that she was raised by. So Mr. Miller and EC, I think, are going to be the people that we're looking for here. No problem, Cheech. That's the Hudson's there. This is the youngest. Really the youngest. But we've got nothing here. Back here then. Annie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. Where's Annie Jr.? Let me lock in Annie Jr. There you go, President 4th. He'd learned from Zach here. Oh wait, that can't be. This is right. So he's 5th. His mentor was Ernie, but he learned the day-to-day from Zach. But Guy Hudson was also president. Here's what we need to do. 1975. That was happening in 1975. When did Zach get made president? Okay, 1963. Oh god, that's not how you spell that word. No, just go into history, you fool. Seems to directly precede Carl Roottrees. So he has to be the 4th president, but it says seems. Well, just because he's learning the day-to-day doesn't mean anything, right? So that could be right. It might be the wrong place. But that's all good. Let's see what else we can glean, eh? EC and Mr. Miller. That's who Sam was raised by. 1 second. Let that warm us up just a little bit. Swashbuckle my heart. Did we search for Swashbuckle my heart? We go to our evidence. Swashbuckle my heart. Highlight it, and it's from Lauren Roottrees. Oh. Okay. See if we can do this now. Pull up the notes. Well, that doesn't really change much, does it? On Roottrees, swashbuckle my heart. She went by something else. Lauren Rafferty, wasn't it? Out of print. But then became X marks the spot. And then did she print that on the Roottrees? She did. A buried treasure. According to the back of the book, this is a buried treasure by Lauren Roottrees, and from the author of the Court series. It says, keep an eye out for Lauren Roottrees' next book. Right, so that's how we got this information, right? Just going to search for the other books, see if they got any other information. Nothing relevant to the investigation. I'm going to search this on the spiderweb. No. I've only just got that shit, by the way. So that's how we got the revisited. We also need to just go back every now and then, don't we, and search for Carl Roottrees. His grandfather before him, Carl End. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so the Roottrees sisters. We can just do this, can't we? Go back in and this for Rose Roottrees. If someone isn't in the list of names that your employer provided, doing a deeper dive on what you learn about them often leads. Yeah, I know. Okay, cool. I really don't know where to go now. I need to warehouse Clancy Jr. Another Clancy Jr. And Elias C. Clancy Roottrees Jr. No, man. Haven't we've worked some shit out now, right? Hold up. The pictures. Right. We had Davey on Yukon, right? Yukon. Davey Kellogg the 4th. So he's a Kellogg. So he's likely from... It doesn't make any sense. They could be here. Because Gwendolyn could have married a Kellogg. Oh. David Kellogg the 3rd we could look for. David Kellogg. Oops. The 3rd. All different fucking variations of that shit, man. He also came in 2nd in his most recent competition. So it's just for the Yukon Huskies. Nothing, man. So they are Kellogg's. Did we have that last time? So here is a viable option. Here isn't. Here is not. Here is another viable option. Wait. Yeah, it is, yeah. These are the viable options here. But it says cousins. So that would say to me that it need... What are we considering cousins? Are we talking about distant cousins? Because that would mean... Yeah, they could be second cousins and third cousins and shit, but... I don't know how deep the shit goes. It could still be second and third cousins and stuff, couldn't it? I think this might be time for a hint. Let me just quickly go back through the evidence that I've got, because I think this is where I'm at. I need to be dealing with the cousins photos. The warehouse who's who. But these two here are both male. Right? They're also both Forsyths. At least they should be. Oh. Hayden Walter. What's this? I don't understand this. There's no direct link. Did she change her name? Maybe? So what have we got? This is done. Spent, right? Done. This is Wolf. Wolf is the son of Jim and Diamond. Let's just stick Wolf here for now. Wolf Roottrees. Okay. He's going there just for now. We got another picture of Raina? We do, right? Excuse you. Where was it? This picture. To Carl and Brenda. Sonia was unable to attend the funeral. It's tradition to have it as soon as possible. And Amy, more than anyone else on earth, knew how busy your job was. So this is a Shiva candle. This photo was tucked inside an envelope with a letter. So this is Brenda, I believe. But we don't put any pictures on for Brenda. Who was Amy's? So it could have been Sam. What is it here? Oh, right, Carl and Brenda. It's tradition to have it as soon as possible, and any more than anyone on earth knows how busy your job can be. I've enclosed a Shiva candle identical to ours if you'd like to pay your respects, though it's not expected for those outside of the faith to do so. Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his family, but for his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride for the work you three did together. Ernie, Brenda, and Carl, as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over. As for myself, it is impossible to express my gratitude enough for rescuing us from the panic and burden of endless bills. Though we caught it too late for them to get on the donor list, the company took care of us beyond our wildest expectations. It went unsaid at the time, but Ernie and I knew it had to have been Carl that convinced the trust, and that it was no coincidence that it happened shortly after your visit, Brenda. Up until the end, Ernie and I had to stay strong, especially for Nicole's sake. Well, shit. Okay, so this is Nicole. Nicole Madsen. And this is Debbie. Deborah Bean. You damn right, Deborah Bean. Oh, we could never have done it without you, too, blah, blah. So this... maybe? Let's see. It's going to be a student, right? It's the child there. When was it sent? Did it say? When did Ernie die? Ernie died in 1996. I think that might be correct. Or... wait. Check this out. Gwyneth Madsen. Unknown occupation. Do you see how this partner has a picture that can be attached? I actually have a picture, right? So we're gonna say this is Ernie Jr. He is President's fourth. His wife is Deborah Bean. I believe this is a picture of Deborah Bean. I believe this, and this is going to be Nicole Madsen. And she is clearly a child. I'm the fucking greatest. I am the greatest. Do you understand? I don't think you understand. Ah, purely based on game mechanics, that was. Boo, yeah, indeed. But now I'm stuck again. With this, donezo. It's all done. Oh, shit. For fuck's sake. Are we back? I hope we're back. Let's see. Are we back at it? No, I think this whole streaming to YouTube stuff's had its day. I only have these issues now. I've seen to the 3 platforms. I'm thinking we need to go and look at this information. What does this say? As seen in yeah, we've already seen that. Only the great grandson of Roottrees can make disco this sweet. Yeah, boy, that's fun. There's gonna be some shit in the lyrics, right? We're rolling on down to the city. Saturday night, and you're quite a sight. The world might be burning, but I'm feeling right. Making ends meet to pay rent and eat. We can't afford gas, so we skate in the streets. The guys all rush to say that I'm pretty. Ladies blush and find me so witty. Oh my god. They're out of luck tonight. What a pity. We're rolling on down to the city. On wheels we glide with you by my side. Inflation is rising, and so is our pride. Pick our own fate, make love, not hate. They fight overseas, but we'd rather skate. Oh my, this is so gross. The guys all rush to say that I'm pretty. Ladies blush and fam so witty. They're out of luck tonight, so what a pity. We're rolling down to the city. But politicians at large are all hopeless. The bankers in charge are all clowns. The parties sell better than protests. So sign up while we boogie down. That gave me nothing. There's got to be something else. I want to search for this guy. Where is he? There he is. Yo, Peter. Seems to be a music critic. Found him mentioned on a fan website about a band unrelated to the Roottrees. Do I go for periodicals, search for that, and then search for... No! And then search for the guy. Am I gonna find something else? Because he seemed to be a bit of a fan. There's a great many reviews and articles for Modern Music Monthly. You don't see anything relevant anywhere in the first few pages of results. There are too many results. If you're looking for specific names or artist names, you may have better luck. What year was that written? 79? Okay. Music and lyrics by Jim Roottrees, vocals by Jim Roottrees. There was another song though, right? This one. This one has 4 connections. And we haven't got our guy's occupation yet. Bob Rafferty and Jim Roottrees. I was going to move on to something else, but I feel like I'm in a bit of a rabbit hole now. The lyrics of this song contain no clues. Let's search for the comment then, maybe. What were they called together? We said skip it or flip it. Now, these times, a new single by them. And it's just folk songs, but ultimately doesn't do anything new. I just search for C and J? No. There's what new records. The skip it column. These times is an old single from the folk group CJ and JD. You have a scan of the album as well as a recording of the title track. A thanks to a collector of Jim and Roottrees memorabilia. The website also listed song credits. That's how we got that. So effectively, I think that's what that's going to give us is Clark, right? It's going to give us Clark. Okay. The campaign mail is big as well, man. But Stephanie's done, right? Wasn't there something for the other for Butler County? Butler County Times. City Council. Jones. What's her name? Stephanie. Stephanie Jones. Small report detailing election results. Stephanie apparently won her election. That's how we got that. Stephanie Jones, born Stephanie Landon until her marriage to local business owner Brian Jones, has lived in Butler County her whole life. Stephanie grew up in a home with her father, without a father. That's how we got all this stuff, right? That's how we got all of this. But I don't know how the campaign mailer can do 6 more things, man. But in their words, it was still full of love, and now 22 years later, with a baby on the... Fuck, man. No, that's not what I thought it was going to be. There's somebody's pregnant in one of the pictures, and she looks like she's dressed in the same sort of thing. Around Christmas, her message for voters is simple: love is our future. Handwritten note: Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflict spread to the next generation. CM. Caroline Morden. She sent Carl a letter to say, I got a message about work. Great, I'm working catch back the rest of the week. Love all that for me. Love it all. Okay, so we need to find something about the Roottrees sisters. I reckon it's going to be Raina Roottree supporting Stephanie Jones. Raina's the most famous because she's the oldest. We need to find her endorsements, don't we? We need to find where that mailer comes into it. There's not a lot more to take from that, right? I wonder if we search this better for Butler County. Better for Butler County. Oop. Nothing. Or can we find something here? Just use the correct magazine. I am. I feel like that's a bit of a dead end at the moment. We might get more stuff that we can get. Newspaper clipping. A man standing next to a sculpture, Atlantis Burden. The sculpture is one of... 1 second. My fridge will be in about 16 minutes, is what he just said to me. And he works featured in an upcoming book, Self-Portrait, Art and Beauty of Woman. Is there anything in this? Amethyst necklace. It's the fact that we can't find this is a problem to me, to be honest. But there's more information. There's 6 more connections to make from this. Oh, and the Butler County Times. Have I put my mic back on? I think I have, right? Yeah. Found the cover story, including one by Caroline Morden. There isn't much about Caroline as a person. Mostly a listings about the about the art in Butler County. She seems to get top billing. Accompanying the story, there's an image of Caroline standing beside a large metal sculpture of a mermaid. It's captioned Caroline standing next to a sculpture. According to a quote further down, Atlantis' burden is meant to symbolise a society split by indecision over whether women should be equals. The picture has been able to see evidence. This is, I've searched this before. There's 6 more connections to make from this. See this? This, the higher the number, the more there is to find. She's not happy. What's next? There's 3 more things about Clark here. Okay, reading this, I get deja vu. Right, this is addendum. Clark's got married again. No Roottrees ever remarried. Sure, I lost Jacob and Gwyn divorced Wild Bill just before she had her second. Not even I can blame her for that. I've seen what he gets up to in Starlet, but neither of us took a second husband. So she didn't remarry. So Gwyn also didn't remarry. But these are her children. Did it say the name of her children? Just before she had the second, so she divorced before she had the second child. We should be able to stick these boys in there, right? We're going to take the punt with this. This is the youngest, clearly, right? This is going to be the youngest guy, and this is the oldest guy. We need to... Here's a bonus when I pulled out the water damage. Pulled the water damage picture of the Free Spirits. This fell out too. Written on the back it says, couldn't make the reunion, wishing you were be well from Paris, Gwyn and the boys. Right, okay. We've got to now look at little bits of information that seem stupid. Clark's got married again, so obviously he got divorced and he remarried the LaCroix girl. He's the first Roottrees to get remarried. With the way the world is moving, I guess it was inevitable someone in the family would remarry. I just wish it wasn't my son. I can only wonder if Clark's apparent disrespect for marriage is due to the lack of a real father. I did what I could, and Lord knows Eli C. stepped in and helped. More than I can say about Clancy or Edwards. So, Eli stepped in and helped. and that's why they're both shit artists. These didn't, but these didn't you say these all took business sort of directions? Eli C practically raised Clark and Jim as brothers whenever he could. Eli's marriage seems fine, and Jim's marriage seems solid as a rock, pun intended. So who knows what causes these things? I suspect that he's marrying Jane to keep her from running out on the band. Without her, he'd be the third wheel, and I imagine they wouldn't last long as a trio. But still, I don't think a marriage on such a shaky foundation like that can last. And Lord knows I was right last time. Clark got married, and then he divorced again. So I don't think he is a musician. Can we have unemployed? Yeah, go on, unknown occupation for now. Because I think when they've got divorced, this is all broke. Like the band has broken down. And these then separate entries. Go back to Clark. Yeah. Like the rest of the generations are free spirits. We've done that, right? Based on the pirate stories I used to invent with Jacob when we were walking the woods after school. Even my cousins are doing well. Zach's not bad. No, Zach bad. Oh my God! Speak, man, speak. Clark and I are carrying on his name, so they stayed Rafferty. Even my cousins are doing well. Zach's not a bad president, and his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Hudson and Bonnie are twins. They're the free spirits, right? I'm gonna have to go out in just a second. Free spirits, Hudson and Bonnie. Which of you sons of bitches look alike? This has got to be Clark, right? Right, I'm gonna go and check outside. He's not quite here yet. My fridge is getting delivered, isn't it? Okay, literally any second now. This is November, which means nothing to me yet. Because we're talking about this generation. So if we let's try and find these motherfuckers. We need to also find her job. Are these the twins? These two? One with the glasses, dark hair, and the guy behind him. So this guy with the glasses and this girl with the glasses, they're brother and sister. I think it might be these two, you know. I'm going to go ahead and say this is Clark. I can't go ahead and say this is Clark. I think, is it? Yeah, it's got me mouse. I think these might be the twins on the right. These look like they're holding each other. And I think that that's him. But then, no, they mustn't be. No, they can't be, because they can't be in a relationship, can they? They're not going to include those people. Spouses and stuff. These are correct. It's just about finding her occupation. Gwyneth Madsen. Nothing. I keep thinking I can hear stuff on set. I've worked out what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave my doorbell showing on my phone. And I'll just have a glance over it every now and then when I see a big purple orange, oh my god, I'm an idiot, purple Curry's van, I'll go out. Sound good? He's going to turn up literally any second now. Phone, can you please just stand up? I need a stand for my phone, man. I'll cut one out of the table that I built. Right. I think I may be stuck. I think these are the twins. Did they sort of go? Yeah. Fridge. I think I'm stuck. This wolf root tree is crazy, man. That's like a crazy ass name. It is root tree, right? Wolf root tree. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I'll wait for them to unload it and stuff, and then I'll go out to see him. Right, wolf root tree. It's fucking roasting in here now. Hello? There you go. The wolf Roottrees got another sibling. Also in... Where's the other picture? Oh, where's the other picture? This won't be Clark, sorry. That won't be Clark. Oh no. Yeah, so that's gonna be him. Maybe? No, that doesn't seem right now. Oh, yeah, so that will be Clark, not James. So I'm a little lost. I'm a little lost now. I can see him unloading it. But this down the side is huge. Five-piece adverts. It's 5 flavors because the original event had 5 kids. Oh, he's here. I'll be back. Well, I'll tell you something. He was the nicest guy. The nicest guy. He said hello, but obviously I said to him, my microphone's muted anyway. What can we get about this? There's 5 different flavours. Cool chocolate, bad blue raspberry, awesome apple, power plum, so strawberry. But he had them named after his... What? Oh, this is a different song, Sun, right? Cherry tree, cherry tree. My starting days imparting wisdom to conquer life unknown. So someday she'd depart. In part I'd never be alone. In my heart, I'll always be the son of... We know who's the son of, right? Wait, it's his mum. That's got information. Did you see that? The blaze, the spark of light that ever brightly shone. From her starting days, imparting wisdom to conquer life unknown. We can listen to it.
There blazed a spark of light that ever brightly shone. From her starting days, imparting wisdom to conquer life unknown. Though someday she'd depart in part, I'd never be alone. In my heart, I'll always be the son of...
Do, 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 do. Joan Monroe, that'd fit. I'm gonna go with Joan Monroe. It's the only name Helen Lennon. Helen Lennon, maybe as well.
There blazed a spark of light that ever brightly shone. From her starting days, imparting wisdom to conquer life unknown. Though someday she'd depart in part, I'd never be alone. In my heart, I'll
Always be the son of Helen Lennon. Let's just see what else. Penelope Tessa Green. I think it might be Helen Lennon. There's also Laura Carlson. There could be as well. Can I make a note about that? Oh no, I don't leave page. Can I go to evidence and do it from here? Alright, can I add a note to it? No, so what I'm gonna have to do is cherry tree. No, you fuckwit. Edit notes. Cherry tree. Jim's mother's name. Helen Lennon or Joan Monroe. Something that. That's how you spell rhymes. Rhymes with alone. Unrest in the Middle East. There's got to be something here. Nope. According to the liner notes. Such a product of the time. It doesn't get much play anymore, either on stations that play oldies. This image is from, yeah, we've done all that. I'm gonna have to get a hint. One Music Monthly sounds like a great place to learn about musicians. Yeah, I know. Oh wait. Okay, so if we go to periodicals, right, and we go to Modern Music Monthly, they've already said that all of this generation are musicians and fuckwits, right? They host too many Roottrees advertisements over the years, including 5 pieces. They flood the results. So we look for Madsen. Yeah, or Rafferty. Let's look for Rafferty. One second. Right. We need to work some shit out. She says something about them all being musicians at one point, but I don't remember specifically where. There you go. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. They all aspire to be musicians, artists, and dancers. Artist. Let's search for the Hudsons, maybe? Okay. Yeah. Gwendolyn Morden. Let's search for Morden. Or do we look for Jane LaRue? We found a small section focused on young upcoming talent that Modern Music Monthly predicts will make it big. It has this to say about the LaRues. The LaRue sisters got their start doing session work for their great uncle's record label. If you remember any songs from 1960 to 1965 that featured the voice of kids, they were probably involved. Back then, they were credited as the Lucky LaRues. Excuse you. There you go. We're going to copy that. Now that he's passed, they've moved on to bigger and better ventures, and they're going by their full names. Diamond and Jane have been touring with some famous faces. Ever heard of the Roottrees? And are looking to release an album sometime in the next year. Youngest Kim. Oh. Okay. Jane Del Vecchio. Way down the credits section of her biography, it mentions she got her start as a young girl when she was with the Lucky LaRues. It also mentions to only contact her agent in the event that you actually wish to hire her, and that any and all inquiries about her past and her sister would be ignored. I'm going to search this. Did she maybe remarry? She doesn't get along, so they split up. They've split. As we thought, so he's no longer a singer. The Lucky LaRues, the LaRue sisters. Right. We've also got this lady to search for. Got Kim LaRue. Is that how we spell it? Am I doing something wrong? Was it? It's not Kim Roottrees, right? Kim LaRue. Diamond and Jane have been touring with some famous faces. Ever heard of the Roottrees? Diamond and Jane's youngest sister, Kim, taking over from one of the children, and Oliver. But this is from 1968. Is there something... Oh, wait. Oliver? 1968. It also mentions Sony contacted any and all inquiries about her past and her sister would be ignored. We found some LaRues. Look for Kim LaRue. It brings up the same thing. Nothing interesting. All this generation. These two have a sister, Kim LaRue, but how would that... So that's going to be another spouse, right? Someone else is going to have married Kim LaRue. Who have we got? Robert and Ronald Roottrees, potentially. I don't know what you mean, though. Jim Roottrees had a career as a musician. Bitch, we know. We've done all that. Did we literally never ever search for Jim Roottrees? A reluctant hitmaker. Oh my god. A reluctant hitmaker. Jim goes into his first band. Until a few years ago, Diamond and I were in blah blah. We literally never searched for Jim Roottrees. Never. We only ever searched for them as a group. With my cousin and his ex. Clark never knew his father, so our grandpop insisted he spend time with my dad and me. As a result, Clark and I grew up like brothers. Diamond and Jane, on the other hand, are actually sisters. So the four of us had sort of a cutesy family band thing going on. Not our finest hour. Regardless, when Diamond walked in on Clark in bed with her youngest sister, everything exploded. No more family bands, so yeah. That's why we need to find Kim Roottrees. Kim LaRue. That's why she's on the list. Home wrecker. Family wrecker. The only thing Clark and I had in common was music. But even then, we never agreed on what it should be. He always more interested in catchy tunes. Something you hum a week later. I've been told Roland is like that. But that wasn't my goal. When he called me up and said he liked it, I took it as a sign I was going in the wrong direction musically. That made him laugh, but I'm trying to make art. I don't mind saying any of this because he'd agree. For most of the decade, he was a mess. But he's a lot happier now. He started Raffa Tunes. And he's a much better jingle writer than songwriter. So is he a musician? What would we call that? We're going to search Raffatoons in a second. One of the benefits of our famous family is a massive company willing to be a client. That's also how my father was connected to Roottrees. All of his old ad campaigns were hung on the walls over the record player, but I was never interested. I just went straight for the music. I guess Clark was paying more attention. Let's find Raffatoons. A website about Raffatoons. Clark Rafferty LaRue's advertising firm. On it there is an about page, and you find a picture labeled the inspiration for the famous Super Bowl ad campaign. Below that is more detail. Clark was in a department store getting a family portrait with his wife and children. And when his wife was trying to get his youngest, Katrina, Katrina Rafferty LaRue. When's this from? To calm down for the picture, he had an idea for the Roottrees Super Bowl ad. The Roottrees Maple Super Bowl commercial from 1994 has a family bickering. Let me first just deal with this new evidence we got. Where you are? There you are. God, he aged like shit, didn't he? Jesus. Clark. That one must... No, maybe not. Back to evidence. This is Kim LaRue. Beautiful. Picture. His youngest is this one. Might as well take this picture too. Youngest, grumpy face. Happy face. We got student K through 12, right? Yeah, 1994. So both of the kids are proper students, right? Oh wait, these are students too, right? These are college students. Beautiful. She's in advertising, right? Advertising. Get in. I'm sick. Nailed it. I can't believe we'd never even searched for the man himself. So this guy, and I think this guy too. They have the same fucking smile, right? We just need to search for who that is. Right, let's carry on this. Bickering in the department store, and the father bites into a Roottrees Maple Crisp. Time stops and a jingle plays while he dances down the aisle. As he does, different things in the department store become Roottrees candy. For example, a bed that the father collapses into becomes a giant chocolate bar. The jingle, Need the Rest, went on to be featured in other commercials with other scenarios. The famous jingle from Roottrees Maples originating in the Super Bowl commercial. The jingle goes, "When you're surrounded by madness and mayhem, reach for the best. There's enough here to share, but let's face it, you need the rest." Okay. Cool. So, where did we get with this? Well, literally only just got down this. Need to know who this is, right? Rafferty LaRue. He changed his name? Right. Was there any more information in this? There wasn't, right? Other than the fact that he fucked his sister. Huh? So we're right back in the same boat where we don't know anymore. So these won't actually be locked in until I've at least got here. So every time I get 3, it is. How many more do we need to... Holy shit. This is amazing. I didn't know I could do this. Okay. So I need to get to 33 before the person returns. I don't really have much more time. What I am going to do, I am going to go for another hint. It seems talent runs in James Roottrees' family. His daughter's music? Let's have a little look at this. I don't know who the fuck his daughter is. Do I? Well, I do know. It's gotta be Candy, right? Didn't Jim say something about Candy? Candy and Wolf for his kids. No. Who have we got? Gonna be a Roottrees. Well, it's Christina I'm looking for. Ooh! Not Katrina. What am I doing here? Maybe Tessa? There's got to be like milestone stuff, right? Wonder if search for Diamond LaRue. Hold up. I should be able to get this, right, Jessica? It's the only other rapper to the Roo. I don't know who Jim's daughter is though. Jim's daughter is a band mentioned in the article Diamond Dazzlers. Was it? Diamond Dazzlers. In the official fan club for Jim and Diamond. Find the forum, cool things you got in the mail. One reply mentions the Jim and Diamond still send out a Christmas card every year to the Diamond Dazzlers. It's accompanied by some pictures as well as some history about the fan club. Apparently, even though it is no longer available to join, Jim and Diamond still honour it themselves personally. There's a fierce debate in the subsequent posts about whether that's cool or pathetic. Amongst the pictures of Christmas cards from over the years, only one is relevant. The card from 1996 with a picture of Jim and Diamond's youngest son, Wolf. Oh shit, Wolf's in the wrong place. Wolf, wait, youngest son it said? Young son. As well as a note that says the daughter's band, the Floozies. Fuck! This is Wolf. And he's clearly a student. Let's say this for now. Right, now we need to search for a Floozy. Fuck, man. I'm slipping big time. Candy. Plays guitar and vocals. Candy Roottrees. There she is. Musician at the minute. There you go. I need another 3 to progress the story. That's all good. Do I need any more pictures, bluesies or anything? It might take me to cousins and stuff. There's one other thing I can get from this, you see. Nikki and Nina. Okay, the Floozies are an all-female punk band operating out of New York City. They mentioned in passing in an online review from earlier this year. Apparently, they were the opening act for the band reviewer actually came to see. The reviewer writes that she normally doesn't review the opening act, but this one was unusual. And not because of the music, which she described as loud, fast, and repetitive, but not in a good way. The trio was extremely cagey about their identities. Oh, shit. The reviewer asked the venue who they were. She was told they were rumoured to be the children of other famous musicians and didn't want to be why they became popular. The reviewer also mentioned that for an underground and unknown band with absolutely no following, their equipment was all extremely expensive, and not only were they selling CDs, but they only cost $1. They probably were losing a fortune. The reviewer said although she bought a copy, she would be unlikely to ever listen to any of it again, except maybe Beef Baby, the 7th track. There is no picture of the Floozies performing live, but the cover from the CD they were selling, Conquistador, has been added to your evidence. I need to find Beef Baby by the Floozies. I also need to have a little look, see if there's a Nina. Oh, they were all the famous musicians. Oh, Nikki and Nina, yeah. Nicole Smith. Conquistador. Can't see this being any more relevant. They're saying there's one other link. It's animal horse candy. See if we can find the floozies. Nothing. I just search Beef Baby. Beef Baby is a song by the Floozies. You can't actually find anything else about it anywhere. But with a name like that, it's hard not to speculate on the subject matter, isn't it? Could it be a euphemism? What about a newborn cow? Perhaps the Floozies are holding a grudge against a toddler. It certainly piques your curiosity. If only you had the time or resources to look into it further. Perhaps he is the one who's had the bust up. I'm going back over evidence and stuff now, aren't I? I'm saying this. The strawberry ones are different. There's 5 flavors because the original inventor had 5 kids. Maybe that's why kids still love them. Radical new flavors because it's no longer the 1920s. These changed the flavors. AABBR. A. Oh, okay. This is pointing to... I wonder. I'm looking at this shit, right? What even is an elderberry anyway? It says inventor with an pointing to the exclamation mark, right? This is an advertising teen blast. Fuck off. Got a new periodical. That's the Team Blast. I know that. Team Blast has played many advertisements. They flood the results. Only one of them was already in your evidence. Why are these yellow? It mentions 5-piece named as such. Is this for 5-piece? Can I say from 1920s? Or elderberry, maybe? So I need to just dig a little deeper. Team Blast. What is Team Blast again? Aimed at teenage girls, right? So Roottrees sisters, maybe? Roottrees sisters appear in many ads for both candy and Roots clothes in Team Blast. The search engine isn't the best, and so your results are flooded with page after page of nearly identical advertisements. Some ads specifically mention that Raina appeared once on the cover of Team Blast. And I get that new picture of Raina. Is this gonna be the ad? So we know that this is Raina Roottrees. There you go. There's an article. The issue also mentions TMS and Brother Trouble. What the hell is Brother Trouble? Oh, it's the sitcom that he was in, yeah. Ron Roottrees was the director. Small screen director and head of RR Productions. He directed episodes of a few other shows before showrunning and creating a one-season hit, Brother Trouble. Little Ron Roottrees. Right, okay, that's fine. We're gonna carry on this little pathway that's probably going to take us other places. And it talks about her inspirations. One important thing I learned from an early age is that dreams are not outside of your grasp. My grandpa was a college professor who taught lectures about history. He always told me that history was full of people from famous families who wasted their fame and fortune by taking it for granted. Instead, he told me I should go out and use my name to accomplish something. I think he may have practiced that lecture a lot, because I have other people in my family that have also made the Roottrees name famous for things besides candy. His older sister even wrote a book that some of my friends tell me they had to read in school. I took his advice and now I work with my mum designing clothes. I help decide what colours and patterns I want to model. Then she designs the clothes and the team of amazing men and women. Although my grandpa passed away earlier this year, Grandma Laura tells me she's really proud of what we've managed to accomplish. He was a professor. Grandma Laura. Is there one Laura? There is! There's one fucking Laura! The Roottrees, at least the direct line, is complete. So we got what we needed to from that. How to know if he's interested. We're gonna have to finish it up though. No. I do want to go down this Ron Roottrees thing. 1989, so less than 10 years ago. About two 16-year-old brothers, the same age, one adopted, played by TMS and Dustin Christopher Baker. The single mother, played by stand-up Penelope Tessa Green. Didn't she in the list? Penelope Tessa Green. It says what we're going to do. We're going to search for Mr. Baker. DCB by his teenage fans since brother disappeared in a few straight to VHS stuff. Most popular being Jane Eyre, which reimagined the Charlotte Bronte novel. High school romance with a focus on skateboarding. Cool. Sounds shit. Brother's Trouble. Need to go back to Penelope Tessa Green. Laughjack, what the hell? Is a retired comedian as a result there for the Laugh Lounge, a club in Reno that claims Penelope got her stand-up start and first did her famous raunchy breast milk cheese routine in the 1980s before she was a TV star on Brother's Trouble. The site claims she retired for the birth of her first child, but still makes yearly appearances for fundraisers. They're doing more family-friendly material. You'll find a picture labeled Joker Lantern 1997, as well as a different picture labeled Jack watching one of his mother's charity sets 1994. So the ages put them around here, like so possibly got a child called Jake. Yeah. This is Tessa Penelope Green. Guarantee it. Nice. So that's it. That's Jake. And Jack. What? Jack watching his mother's charity set in 1994. So, one of these is Jack. But this is Tessa, by the way. Hot. Where's pictures? So this is titled, you found this on a website about a comedy club. This doesn't make any sense actually. Tessa Green, Penelope Tessa Green, 1997. This is I don't know why I would have a picture. I must do. This is the second child, right? Oh shit. Is this the same year? So check it. She's 1997, holding a baby. 1994. So this is Jack. Jack Roottrees, who's clearly just he's a baby. That's his occupation, baby. And that means that this little sprout is... Can we have baby? Baby! His job is baby. Did it say the name of the baby? It's just a baby. Penelope. Tessa Green. Is that how you spell a name? I don't know. Breast milk cheese. Gross. So who the fuck is Ron Roottrees? Is this Ron Roottrees? He's a director, right? That's what it said. Which Brother's Trouble gone? The showrunner was a small screen director. What? Isn't two boys who was extremely competitive in sports, academic, and even romantic pursuits of their next door neighbor Roxy. Not gonna bring anything, is it? No. Cool. Didn't we give this a picture before? I'm the fucking best. I am the best though. So it looks to me like we need to get the name.
On the
Perfect
phone, I
timing.
said I owed you an explanation, but I
Yeah,
can't
you do.
reveal everything. Not yet.
Reveal all?
I'm sure this all seems like deception for deception's sake. So
Yes.
I'll try to explain why.
There was a bust up.
I'm working with lawyers, but not the candy company lawyers. My publisher's lawyers.
Writer.
I'm on the verge of releasing a book, and it's not kind to the Roottrees, especially Elias and the Five Pieces. The truth.
Oh,
often
you're Sam.
But with the plane crash, the publisher is rightfully worried it'll look like I'm making things up to exploit a tragedy.
So you want me to piece everything together for you? So that you've got evidence to say, well, look, no, this is it. I know who you are.
Doing their due diligence. That's why you're here. To be sure there's enough evidence for an expert to unearth the whole story. If I tell you the whole story now, we can't prove that. I hope you understand. That said, I can say that the work you're doing is very personal to me.
Yeah, I know. Samantha, just come into the light.
To my story, one spot on the tree is more important than the rest. You've likely noticed it. It's
I
like
have, yeah.
now. I'll
It's
return
EC and
one
Mr.
final
Miller.
time after you fill it in. Also, there are fewer Roottrees left. In a sense, that makes it easier. Use process of elimination. It's
Okay.
also harder to verify when you're right. You'll need 4 blood relatives before they lock from here on out.
Yes, okay.
I don't have any more evidence for you, but trust your intuition. If something has a high number, it's not a mistake. You're getting closer and closer to the truth. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay, Samantha, it was nice seeing you. She literally just said to me, well, no. You've got no more evidence now. Okay. We're going to call it there. Look at what we've managed to get done, though. So we've still got only child picture. Only... Wait. What level was this from? Stephanie is an only child. From what layer though? So it was cousins of Chris. Stephanie's an only child. That's Stephanie though. But that's not the picture that we've got. Have we got another Stephanie? We have Stephanie Cattrall. Stephanie Cattrall could be there. Not there, not there. Bitch, we found it. Dude, that is so fucking loud in my ear because I've turned all the volume up. That scared the absolute shit out of me. Stephanie Cattrall, which means this is going to be another Cattrall, right? Sam Cattrall. You're an asshole. The worst kind of hole. Where's Stephanie? Which one's Stephanie? There's not the yearbook photo, and it's not the swimmer, so it's the one with the backpack, right? We've got a picture of Stephanie. And she's got glasses. Boom. She's a student. College. Pretty sure that's right. These aren't deaths. This is a family tree, goddammit. And the only other one with two is here. Davy. Which means it can't be there. This is Guy. This is Guy Hudson, and he's President 3, right? This is the other Hudson child, Bonnie. We don't know Bonnie's occupation. But we do know that this is David Kellogg III. David Kellogg IV. And Bethany Kellogg. It's saying use process of elimination now, right? The name changes because they married the man. Guy Hudson can't. So Davy Kellogg. Boom. Boom. These are both college students, right? Well, she... What does it say on the picture? Reassembled this one. It says she was high school. She's an only child. University students or college students. Bethany's yearbook picture, Davy's younger sister. So that could be right. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna say he's a college student at the minute, but we do need to wrap up. Oh, the process of elimination comment has got me fucked up. I'll tell you that for free. This is the name we're gonna be left with last, I think. But we know that they're right. There's so little that we actually need to work out. This line needs working out, and then a couple of little loose ends. But we're gonna save. Let's find somebody to raid real quick, if there's anybody, because I've literally got to go on like I'm gonna leave in like 7 minutes or some shit. Lissy's live. Dandy's live playing Fortnite together. Which one? Should we go Lissy? It's just gonna be me and you, Cheech. But anyone who's still here, thank you very much for being here. Anyone who's new, I hope to see you around again soon. But until next time, have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Oh, good boy. I don't know what happened to the raid, but we're doing it again now.